everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Love for Intuitive Astrology. So today I will talk about the upcoming year of 2026. Now, I will explain to you the different months for career, for love, and I will also point out some key dates, okay, for lucky days and maybe some days you need to watch out for, okay? Now, before I start, I created this astrology calendar for 2026 and I gathered all the important days and dates, and there's descriptions with that. And also, you can combine this with your own planning, okay? So, this calendar you can hang in your home or see if this resonates with you. I have the link in the description box below, which is guiding you towards Etsy. Okay. So, Pisces, let's have a look at your year ahead. Okay. So, on the 26th of January 2026, Neptune is moving back in the sign of Aries in your second house from Pisces, your sign, to Aries. This is bringing in creative ideas regarding money. Okay, so you might find that you see all these ideas on how to make money, but at the same time, you're going to be so generous because Neptune rules your sign, right? Rules the 12th house. This is where you want to do everything for free. So you have to be careful that you're not going to be giving all of your money away, okay? Or too much of your money away. Now, on the 13th of February, Saturn is moving out of your first house into your second house. So it's going to back Neptune up and it's going to say, okay, you have to look at how much you can spend. This is a more serious planet. So here you're going to look at ways to earn money on the long term. Okay. And it's in the sign of Aries. This is about leadership, this is about identity. So you will earn the most money when you're choosing a job that is really according to who you are and yeah, who is reflecting your authenticity. Okay. Now, Saturn will make you work hard for money. Okay. It's not like a free giveaway. It's going to test you, it's going to test your patience, but then it's going to reward you. Now, Aries and Neptune are going to be in a conjunction up until the end of April. After that, they're going to go their own way in the second house. Okay. So, this is a time for creativity and also for hard work. Okay, it will restrict money, but not for a long time. Like if you show this willingness to work hard for money and also to look at your value and what you're capable of, it's the long term planning. It's nothing quick, no quick fixes. This is how you can make money long term. Then on the 17th of February, there will be a new moon annular solar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius at 28 degrees. Now, for you, Pisces, this will be in your 12th house. So maybe this is a time where, you're just going to take a little bit of rest. It could be that you've been working a lot or you've been a lot on the move, and now it's time to really reflect, go within, okay? Take time for yourself and really see, like, how can I mean something to this world, right? What do you want to do that adding something to the future of the world? Because Aquarius is futuristic, but you have that rebel inside of you when you are alone. Okay, this is where you can connect with that side of you. So, meditation, journaling, resting, all these things are good around this eclipse, and they're going to change the way you see the world and the way you connect with yourself. Okay, so anything that comes up is up for healing, subconscious healing. So on the 25th of February, Mercury stations retrograde in your sign at 22 degrees, okay? Up until the 19th of March. And this is really about you introspecting. Okay, so there might be some miscommunication because you're more in your mind. You're more going to be thinking about things. You will take a bit of longer time. And when you explain something, you might be skipping some steps because you're reflecting all the possibilities within your mind, okay? And this is where the miscommunication can sometimes start to happen. Also, not a great time to change your looks or to do something, about your appearance. I mean, this is more Venus retrograde related, which we're going to talk about later. Okay. But still, it's in the first house. So, no huge changes to yourself, because when Mercury is stationing direct, you might think differently. Okay. Because your thought patterns might indicate things about yourself that you would like to change. And then when it's direct, you're like, actually, those things I really love about myself. Okay. So think twice about huge changes about yourself. Then on the 3rd of March, we have a full moon, total lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo at 12 degrees in your 7th house. Okay. So this could bring in, for some of you, new love, changes in the way you see relationships as well. You might be reflecting on what exactly it is that you want. If you are already in a relationship, this is a beautiful time to reconnect, and to still, it's a good time to really reflect on what it is that you need from your partner, right? Because Mercury retrograde makes you introspect, and it's there's going to be a lot more clarity during this eclipse, okay? But don't make any abrupt decisions until Mercury is going to station direct, unless it's really inevitable, okay? So then we have, and this is truly amazing for you, okay? We have Jupiter in your 5th house in Cancer up until the 30th of June. This is a beautiful alignment because it's going to be, at some point, it's going to trine your ascendant, right? Sun and rising, especially, the early degree Pisces, you've had it in 2025, but if you're later degree, mid to later, you're gonna have it next year. So this is a really beautiful year. First of all, this is a great year for children, especially after the Jupiter stations direct on the 9th of March, 9th or 10th, depending on your location. So this is a beautiful time for children, spending time with your children, love. So if you're looking for love, my amazing Pisces, this is your time. And the South Node in the 7th house, right? It will be there up until the 18th, but it doesn't take away relationships. It just brings back someone from the past or someone from a past life, okay? Could be someone that just feels very familiar to you. So between the 10th and the 17th of April, Jupiter is in Cancer in your 5th house, sextiling Venus in Taurus. Okay. And for you, Taurus is in your 3rd house. So you might be traveling and meeting someone. Okay. You might be on a trip, you might be visiting a museum. You might be communicating in some kind of way, like giving a presentation, and someone is going to come to you after and saying, I really love the way you spoke, or I really love the way you wrote this. Okay. And there might be something more happening. A very romantic time. If you're already in a relationship, this is the time to go on picnics together, really connect. And it's also a very creative time. So you might discover gifts and talents that you kind of locked away. But since Jupiter in the 5th house can unlock your inner child and your creativity, you will figure out things that you want to rediscover, and you want to practice again. So this is a great time also just for having fun, and also to reconnect with your children. Beautiful time. Between the 1st and 19th of June, again, fantastic time. Jupiter is conjunct Venus up until the 12th, together in Cancer. So Venus is in Cancer. After that, Venus will go to Leo. But this conjunction is like magic. Okay, this is a very magical time for you. And it's going to bring in so many good things. And the 5th house sometimes can unlock as well your past life luck. So lucky situations can come your way, especially when your Sun and rising is going to be in a trine with this conjunction. Okay, these are the later degree people. You're gonna see massive, massive, beautiful changes. Okay, so really good year. 21st of May until the 30th of May. Sun is conjunct Uranus in your fourth house. Now, Uranus moved into your fourth house in April. It's going to be back in Gemini. Okay. And when this conjunction happens, it could be a sudden move. Okay. With Uranus in general in your fourth house, you could be like, I don't want to live in one place. I want to live in several places, or I want to move around. I want to move every 3 years. And if you want to stay in one place, you want your place to be unconventional, different, unique. It could be very techy, or it could be on the countryside where you are fully self-sufficient, but you want to do things differently. Okay. Also, your connection with your family might be more open, very unusual. You could become more friend-like with each other. Okay. On the 28th of June, Mercury stations retrograde in Cancer, as well in the fifth house. So here we have a little bit of maybe miscommunication with a partner, or if you're dating someone, like, what are you thinking about me? What are, it's a bit foggy and unclear up until the 22nd of July. These things don't count as much when you have Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, okay? But this is also a wonderful time to introspect and to practice once again your hobbies, your gifts. You're going to go back to your childhood maybe and have some nostalgia, or there could be things coming up for you to heal. They might be shown to you around this time. Really, a fantastic time for you to reflect and to see how you can make your life more fun, more enjoyable. And are you doing the things that you love to do in your spare time? Are you focusing on, you know, too much on being too serious? Now is the time for you to explore what makes you your heart sing. Okay, it sounds cheesy, but it's really it's really what is going on with this planet. It can do beautiful things for you. Actually, I've seen people get really successful with Jupiter in the fifth house. Okay, and you have this beautiful watery alignment, which makes you also very intuitive. So make sure to tune into your water element, your intuition, because here you can make the right decisions according to your intuition. Okay. And yeah, sometimes shifting or changing something can bring in less money, but you're going to be so happy you did it and you did the hard work and you went for your dreams. So this is the time to do that. On the 30th of June, Jupiter will move in Leo in your sixth house. So this is related to your health, your work. So you might feel that you're going to have a great time with your colleagues. You might expand your network when it comes to clients. You will get more clients. The sixth house is you could change jobs, but it's kind of usually the similar work you've already been doing. So you might get a little bit of an upgrade or change companies, but it's not usually like this big step up, which you see with the 10th house. Okay. But still, you can get a promotion or like just a little bit better situation when it comes to your work. And the passion is really going to be there. Like you're going to be excited to your routines, and it's in a fiery sign, right? So maybe you want to do some sports and enjoy yourself. Just make sure you not overindulge, because what I see here, same with Jupiter in Aries, is do more sports and eat more. So yeah, make sure to keep it down on the snacks and things. Good news about health as well. Like if you've been working on some health stuff, this could be good news coming your way as well. On the 29th of June and the 12th of July, okay. Oh, and before I forget, I don't want to skip our lovely, lovely, beautiful animals, because with Jupiter in the sixth house, you could get a new pet, or a new animal is coming your way, and this animal is going to be really connected to your soul. It's almost going to be like your teacher. Okay, so animals, because Leo is related to children, but also it's good with children and animals. So it for you, it's in the sixth house. So you probably have a love for animals. A lot of you do, at least if you're Pisces rising. So new pets for you, new animals coming your way. Now, a day to little bit be careful about is 29th of June and 12th of July 2026, because Mars will be conjunct Uranus in Gemini in the fourth house. So there could be some quarrels or some fights with family members, with landlords, flatmates, anyone you live with, okay? So there might be some tension there, and it's most likely to be a verbal like explosion. Everybody gonna have this transit, okay? So in different houses, but for you, it's gonna be housing situation, family, people who work on your house. Um, not a good time to buy or sell a house, okay? The 19th of June, between the 19th of June and the 17th of September, Chiron will be temporarily in Taurus before it moves back to Aries. Okay, so the good thing is it will be in your third house, so away from money. Okay, third house is related to your speech and your communication, so you will be very self-aware of how you speak, what you say. So sometimes you feel like you're not worthy of, you might be feeling this guilt. I've said this, or I wrote this, or I said this, or I spoke like that. And there could be some fears regarding your communication, but at the same time, your voice will be very healing, right? This is Chiron, the center who has a wound but knows how to heal others. So it's like you don't feel that way, but others are perceiving your voice as very healing. Okay. There could be some discomfort coming in with siblings, neighbors, or you feel like, I don't want to travel that much now because, that might hurt my money situation. So you rather stay home, okay, than actually travel, or you go to places with less luxurious places, okay, just to save some money. On the 12th, and even if you have money, by the way, it's just a feeling, eh? It's also just a feeling. So on the 12th of August, we're going to have a new moon, total solar eclipse in the sign of Leo at 20 degrees in your sixth house. So this is once again highlighting your routines, your work, and there might be some shifts happening. So you could be getting, you know, um, another position in the company, switching jobs, or just feeling this sense of happiness when it comes to your work situation, okay? And people can see it, and they really, you're going to do some really good work, and you're going to get compliments for it. And Jupiter is quite effortless, okay? So it will be something that goes easy, flows very easy. On the 18th of August, the North Node shifts from your sign to the sign of Aquarius, which is going to be in your 12th house. Now, the South Node is going to be in Leo and will at some point add as well with Jupiter. Okay. Now, what is asked from you here, because the South Node is kind of unexpected, right? It's like takes things away or it gives you things according to the past or past lives. And the North Node in Aquarius is telling you, okay, Pisces, you've been working quite hard, especially when Saturn was in the first house. You probably worked hard or you had to endure a lot of things. And the North Node is saying, you also have to rest sometimes. Take some rest, treat yourself. Um, and connect with this inner rebel of yours. Okay. So work, yes, but also make sure to rest, not just focus on work or just focus on resting. So you need a balance here. Okay. You need a balance that is going to tell you, okay, I need to take some good rest. This is also time to connect to maybe some of you are interested in astrology behind the scenes. You could be reading up astrology, and this could be like a secret interest that you're doing behind the scenes to feel good about yourself, or numerology, or human design. But having a certain spiritual routine is important in the upcoming time, okay? And writing, looking things up, research is going to take your interest. And you may or may not take that to work. Maybe it's something you do for yourself, not necessarily for others. So on the 28th of August, there's going to be a partial lunar eclipse in your sign at 4 degrees. So if you have any planets at 4 degrees, you will be highly impacted, okay? And this is again about your identity, about are you on the right path? Are you doing the things that give you joy? Have you given too much of yourself away? And I know a lot of water signs struggle with boundaries, especially rising signs, okay? Including Scorpio, I've seen all water signs that struggle with boundaries. It's just the way Pisces deals with it is more running away, whereas Scorpio gets pissed and Cancer like puts up a shell, okay? So it's like water signs sometimes struggle with these boundaries. So you're gonna get a reminder, like, are you on the right path and are you flowing? Because it's important for you to flow, but also know when to kind of set up this boundary, okay? Especially in these times, I would say. So identity, maybe you want to shift your identity or your look, change your look, or it might just be a new perspective on life. But you can always connect with yourself through your intuition because it's very strong, true creativity. Okay. On the second, and also this is a good time to get rid of any type of addictions that you have. Okay, time to get rid of that. Can be shopping, can be drinking, can be eating, anything. Can be watching too much television as well. So on the 2nd of October, Venus is stationing retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. This is in your ninth house. Okay, and this is going to be at 8 degrees and it will stay in Scorpio up until the 25th of October. This is highlighting your spiritual journey. This is not a good time to find some kind of teacher because you might be a little bit disappointed here. Okay. This could also be related to love, like maybe a love, like visiting someone overseas or visiting someone abroad, someone you used to date, and it might not exactly be what you thought it would be. Or you're going to pick up where you left, but you will know for sure if it's going to work out after Venus is direct. Okay. You will know for sure then. Then it will go in Libra. Okay. And also, when it's in the ninth house, by the way, is a good time to revise old studies. But also look at holidays. Do you want to spend your money on this holiday? Because you might regret it. Okay. You might regret spending your money on a certain holiday as well. Then in Libra, it's in your eighth house. So time to check your paperwork, money, taxes, insurance, certain bills. Did you pay all bills? Because the eighth house wants to be balanced. Okay. So you're going to really rebalance because it's in Libra. So rebalance all the imbalanced, outstanding, maybe either payments or maybe you still get something back from something. You just have to figure it out and dive deeper in that. This is also time to break certain cycles when it comes to love, okay? Because time to break down old patterns that are no longer serving you in your love life, okay? Things that maybe, yeah, take love out of balance for you. Who is taking you out of balance or who did, and seeing this pattern so you can let that go, so you can attract the person that you like or you can strengthen your current relationship. Okay. Then on the 4th of November until the end of November, Mars, Jupiter, and the South Node will be in a conjunction in your sixth house. Okay. So watch a little bit of your health right there, okay? Because Jupiter and the South Node are really positive, like bringing back good karma, little presence from past life, and all those things. But Mars can create a little bit of struggle. Like it could be colleagues that are jealous of your new job, but it could also be a health situation that needs to be balanced out. So make sure to keep a healthy diet. And also, if you're going to get like this promotion that your other colleagues want, be very careful on how you're going to share that with other people. Okay. So let's move on to the best months. So the best months for career are June till the end of the year. Okay, great time for career change, more clients. Love is January till July, August and September. Great time for love. Great time also for fertility, creative projects. Amazing. Traveling, April, May, October, and November. Okay. Moving is May and June. Money is February and March. And health is July till the end of the year. Okay. So these would be my overview, general overview of this year. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to support my channel and help me grow my channel by reaching as many people that want to know about astrology and want to know about this upcoming next year, subscribe, leave a comment. I want to know about your plans and what you're going to do and how this resonates with you. So, and also have a look at my calendar. You find the email in the description box below. I'm wishing you the best year ever. May your heart be filled with love and blessings and good health. So, all the best to you and see you next time. Bye bye.